Hello, I'm Dr. Scott Davis. Thanks for joining me again in this second episode of Famous Addictions That Changed History. In each one, I take you through a journey of how addiction to drugs drove a famous person, good or bad, to change the course of history. As we know, can be a devastating thing to no matter who you are. Famous people are often seen as invincible and untouchable. They can suffer from addictions. There have been countless people with addiction to alcohol. Many of them still want to influence society through their work, or bad, or their art, or simply by trying to be a role model for others. In each of these channel episodes, we explore the story of the history. History. Well, history for sure, as the Nazi so reviled he created iron leadership for many years to Norman Hitler's long history of health problems. He often treated with cocaine in aerosol form to help drain his sinus down and methamphetamine as part of his medication regimen. Use likely had a strong effect on his behavior and decision making during World War II. Ironically, the Nazi regime was known for its strict drug policy, but evidence suggests that drugs were used widely among members of the Third Reich. Methamphetamine was especially popular among soldiers and pilots due to its ability to keep them awake for long periods. Hitler's own use influenced this policy in some way. Hitler's suicide in 1945 marked the end of Nazi Germany and the beginning of a new era in world history. Recent evidence into his drug use has provided insight into how these substances may have impacted his life and decisions during this tumultuous period. Adolf Hitler's drug addiction had a significant impact on history. During World War II, Hitler was known to have been addicted to a cocktail of drugs, including opioids and methamphetamines. These drugs likely affected his judgment and decision-making abilities, which may have contributed to some of the military blunders made by during the war. Hitler's addiction also had a profound effect on the medical community, as many doctors were complicit in administering drugs to the dictator. Additionally, the use of drugs in the war became more common after World War II due to Hitler's drug use had far-reaching consequences that extended beyond his personal addiction and is believed to have had a significant impact on his leadership. Drugs prescribed affected his behavior in various ways. Here are a few potential ways Hitler's addiction affected his leadership. Impaired judgment. The use of opioids can cause drowsiness and serious impaired judgment as they act directly on the judgment centers within the brain. This could have affected Hitler's ability to make sound decisions. Mood decisions, swings, and erratic behavior. Amphetamines can cause mood swings, irritability, and aggression. Hitler's erratic behavior could have made it difficult for his subordinates to predict his reactions and undermined his own credibility as a leader. Hitler's behavior as a leader was often erratic and highly unpredictable, likely in part to drug addiction. Tolerance and addiction. Over time, Hitler may have developed a tolerance to the drugs he was taking, leading him to require higher and higher dosages to achieve the same effect. This cycle of tolerance and addiction could easily have further affected his behavior and judgment in a downward spiraling way. Hitler's drug use is believed to have had a significant impact on his military strategy during World War II. Here are a few ways that drug use may have affected his decision making. Overconfidence and risk taking. Hitler's use of methamphetamine is said to have made him feel invulnerable and falsely increased his confidence in his abilities, leading him to make risky and overly aggressive military decisions. Impaired judgment. Opioids can cause drowsiness and impaired decision-making abilities, which may have affected Hitler's ability to make clear and rational strategic choices. Misperceptions. Hitler's reliance on drugs may have led him to misperceive the military situation on the ground, leading him to make poor strategic choices based on flawed information. Unpredictable behavior. His subordinates were said to have never known what to expect from him due to his heightened paranoia, mood swings, and erratic behavior, making it difficult for them to anticipate his reactions and to follow through on his directives. Overall, while it is impossible to know for sure how Hitler's drug addiction impacted his leadership, it is likely that it played a significant role in both his personal health and the course of history, and may have contributed to the outcome of World War II. Hitler's use of drugs also set a dangerous example and normalized the use of drugs in war, which had far reaching consequences of its own. His drug addiction clearly had a detrimental impact on his leadership and likely contributed to the course of history. Adolf Hitler's story is a tragic one of global proportions that serves as a reminder to us of the serious dangers of substance abuse and addiction. Hitler, much like a Category 5 tornado unleashing its unpredictable power on a helpless town, his drug fueled power unleashed its consequences on Europe during World War II. Remember, it is so important to seek help when needed. Don't allow addiction to consume you, but instead take control over it. How much we can accomplish when we choose to take control of our health and our well being, no matter what life throws at us. How much more we can provide for ourselves, our family, and our friends in a healthy and positive way when the drugs are no longer impairing our own thoughts, emotions, and behavior. If you or someone you know has a problem with drug addiction, please go to my website at scottdavismd.com and or email me at scott@scottdavismd.com to work with you or someone you care about to find a path back to recovery and a better life. Please join me again on this channel to explore how the addiction of another famous person would ultimately change the course of history. I'm Dr. Scott Davis, and thanks again for joining.